How long have you been stuck in the same position, wanting to make a change, but being afraid of making the change? Lock in, grab your pen, paper, whatever you need, and get ready, because today I'm going to give you everything you need to know about getting over the fear of change. Now, somebody actually gave me this video idea in the last video's comments. So if you have a video idea, make sure you comment down below and I'll be sure to make it in the next video. So, wanting the outcome, but being afraid of the process. Now, these two things are very important, but you can't have one without the other. Without the process, you will never make it to the outcome. But the problem here is people just want the results, but they don't want to take the time to go through the process, which is essential, because how do you ever eat food unless you cook? How do you ever get paid unless you work? How do you ever get to the outcome of change, which you are after, unless you go through the process? The reason why people aren't making it through the process to the outcome is because of this right here. It's called familiarity. Now, the issue with familiarity is that you are comfortable. You are in the same position and you're not doing anything different. You're used to it. It's what you've always done and you can always continue to do it. But the problem right there is that if you're always continuing to do it, you never make it through the process and you never get to the outcome that you really want. So you have to make a choice. Life is all about sacrifices. So in this case, you have to sacrifice either the familiar, the comfortable, the known, for the unknown. Make it through the process, the scary things, the challenging tasks, which will lead you to the outcome which you desire. Now, what keeps people in the familiar is the fact that change is uncomfortable. And more time, it feels like destruction. And that's because it is destruction. Destruction of who you currently are. Destruction of how you currently live. Destruction of your circumstances, the friend groups, the people you are around. All these things must be destroyed in order to create anew. The times in my life where I've experienced the most growth have been the times where I got destroyed to unbelievably low levels, where I thought, why is this happening to me? How do I make it up? How do I make it through this? I was so stuck in the moment and so worried about losing what was familiar that I was blind to the fact that I was going through a process which enabled me to become so much better. And now that I've got out onto the other side, I can appreciate the time that I had to go through in order to get to where I'm at now. So don't fear the change. Don't fear the process. Go through, lose the familiarity, and you can become something that you would never even imagine. You can get to that next level that you've always dreamed of, but you never thought would become your reality. But in order to get to the new reality which we are chasing, we must first let go. Unless we let go of what we already know, we will never be able to transcend. We can never move from A to B. We can never level up, because if we are wanting to get up here, but we're holding on to what is down here, if we are holding on to the current moment, the current people, the current finances, if we're holding on to the current job, how can we work a new job and make more money? Do you understand what I'm saying? You cannot ever go up if you are holding on to what's been tying you down. You have to let go, and it's painful, especially with some people, some friends, relationships, sometimes even family. Sometimes that job that you've always loved, but you know there's better out there, you have to let it go. Otherwise, these things, they will hold you in the same position which you're trying to get out of. Or even worse, they might possibly pull you down. Now, the most difficult part is being alone. You cannot fear being alone during this process. And the process of change is a very lonely road for most of the time. Because when you are starting to elevate, you have to leave old friends behind. You have to leave old habits behind. You have to leave sometimes even family behind that might be holding you back. And you cannot rely on anybody most of the time. It's good if you have a good network that are supportive, but don't be expecting people to support you, because when you're starting to grow, it means that the people who once treated you maybe in a certain way where they didn't have to respect you so much. Now they have to respect you more. But some people don't like that. And some people are going to try to pull you back. Some people are going to try and stop you from growing because they don't like the fact that they have to treat you differently. You've always been this person to them, and now you're becoming that person, and now they're uncomfortable. They don't want to change. They don't want things to change because they're happy the way it is. But you aren't happy. You want change. You want to grow and elevate to the next level. So don't let anyone hold you back. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, send this video to someone who you think it will help, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.